Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to read the chapter of Sufi Tale, which is obviously written by Malik Muhammad Usman Sahab. So we will be looking at chapter number 18 today. So let's read the chapter first, then we will talk about it. So this is the chapter. Its title is Mountain Universe. There was a huge mountain situated to the north of village Fardeen. It was named Mount Universe. When seen from a distant place, it looked like a statue of a lion. The people of Fardeen village over the ages recognized this mountain as a great person. Once upon a time, some people from village decided to travel closer to this mountain. After traveling for a few days, they had almost reached it. They realized that the mountain was not like they had thought when viewing it from a great distance. It is now observed by them that it is not like a huge individual person. They saw various kinds of forests on the mountain with all kind of wildlife, including beasts, grazing animals, and colorful birds. There are so many springs sprouting from the mountain and coming down in small channels, making stream run in curved shapes throughout the valleys. There were the possibilities that many other kinds of creatures were living in the forest, and that there were treasures hiding in the mountains not yet seen by the people of Fardeen village. When they saw all this, the people of Fardeen village were seriously distressed about their previous weaker knowledge of this mountain, which they had based mostly on hearsay. When they reached to their village and looked back toward Mount Universe, they saw it again like an individual huge person. The view of Mount Universe like an individual being, and then witnessing the plurality of life and possibilities within the mountain was new knowledge for the people of Fardeen village. They started contemplating this issue and decided that they would continue discovering the possibilities contained in Mount Universe and relationship with these multifarious possibilities with the individuality of mountain. Hint: the universe is from one aspect an individual being, while from other aspect it is plural. Knowledge and vision of this universe in respect of it being individual and plural is a matter of great wisdom. So we can look at this graphic as well. So we can see that this is the Mount Universe, and these are the village people. From here we see that this is a lion spreading his arms and legs and laying there. But if we go near, our perspective changes. So it's a good lesson, so we can just discuss briefly about it. So actually the hint in the end was very important, because Malik Sahab is saying that to have this wisdom of multiple points, like universe can be seen as a one individual and can be seen as diversity. So it is the point of view which we make it it makes us like what we are, or it adds to our wisdom. And people who have actually, I have watched some videos of people who have near death experiences. So they are describing that when they were having that experience, whether it was a accident or otherwise, they can see that everything is in the universe is connected. Everything, every means every plant, earth, this life, everything is connected and they are also part of it. So we can see it as one individual. This universe is an individual, and we as a human beings with having some consciousness, awareness, I amness, so we are living in duality. So this duality and singularity is amazing. We can change and shift our perspective whenever we want. We want to be one with the nature, and we want to enjoy the duality, and we can enter these realms, we can switch between them easily. It requires a certain amount of practice, obviously, but with time it can be attained. And with this actually something else was coming to my mind, but I think it is not relative, it is not related to this topic, but let me share it. I don't know, some things comes to mind, we should share it. Actually that thing is related to the moment, the memory, and living in the moment. When we are living in this moment and we are realizing this, and now whatever we are doing now, and we are in full awareness of it, it creates a memory. And if we are not living in that moment, it does not create the memory. For example, I am reading a book, I am watching something on YouTube or television. So what happens, I'm reading full page of any book, and I am not in that moment, I am not realizing that I am reading. It will not become part of me, it will not be memorized by me. In order to create a memory, we have to live in that moment. Once that moment is past, that knowledge we have. For example, let's take another example, like we are learning something for the first time, like driving. We are learning how to drive a car or how to fly a plane. We have to be aware in that moment, because otherwise it will not become part of our consciousness. So in that moment we will be aware in that moment, then we can learn it very easily. Once it is learned, then repetition, we don't need to be in that moment. Once we learn the driving, our body knows it, it's on autoplay, it will manage itself the driving. And that is a very good thing and bad thing as well. We are learning the prayer, how to pray. Different people are praying. Muslims are praying like 5 times. They have their own style of praying. They stand up, they sit down, they bow down, prostrate, like that. Once they learn it, then it is part of their memory. When they are repeating 5 times a day, it is not doing it with consciousness. It is automatically robotic thing, just like a driving. We are not driving all the time, thinking that we are driving for the first time. But that repetition is that autoplay is very helpful in driving and learning things. But it is not helpful, or it is not useful while praying, because in that prayer we need to be in that moment. So this thing we need to learn, to be in that present moment. If someone is in the present moment, he is a creative person. Whoever is writing poetry or any book or doing some research, the new ideas will come in the present moment. If people are wasting their time, going here and there, and like they are not living in the present moment, they are wasting useful time. So I just feel that this moment, and in that moment we are in the consciousness, in the presence of God, in the present moment, and we can experience singularity. Singularity is as the being. But when we go out, we go into the duality. So we need to adapt some things, which now I am trying to relate this being in the present moment to this topic, which is I don't think I can relate these two, but I think in some way we need to look at the life from different perspective. Like, this mountain is like looking like a line is lying like in the land, but when we go near, it is something else. Similarly, when we are traveling in the desert and the road is long, we can see some water in the road, because our eyesight is telling us it's water or it's a illusion. So when we go near, it's nothing is there. So it is very important to experience different dimensions, explore other possibilities. And with this I will end this video, because already 12 minutes. So I will record another video after this, and I will see you in that video. And I will pray to God that all of us in this world will be able to experience the joy, the magnificence and awe and wonder of this life. And plus we are also able to contribute positively to the society, to the human race, to the planet, and also other people around us. We make them optimistic, positive in every aspect we can. With this prayer, I will close this video. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.